Hello. And at the end of the academic year, let's talk about some warming up activities, some activities which will help you to push, to kick, to make your students energetic at least a little bit. Yeah, we all know that at the end of the academic year, it's pretty difficult to do anything, to wake up in the morning. Well, actually, waking up might be easier, but our idea that you have to study demotivates completely. So let's start with some activities which are interesting, in my opinion, at least. Of course, they were not are invented or created even by me, but I do like them and I want to share them with you. Let us start from the beginning. The first one, guess the topic of the lesson. Look at the picture. So what do you think? Which lesson was it? Communication? No, not at all. Computer technologies, a kind of, but not exactly. It's connected with computers very much, but it's not about computer technologies in general. About some biological issues, probably, but for me not. Look at these two brains in the middle. So it must be something connected with brain and with technology. Yeah, it's artificial intelligence. So, of course, it can be easy, it can be difficult sometimes, but if you do something like this before every new topic, students will like it because they like guessing, they like playing this game. And here it will at least make them ask you some questions. Maybe not full questions, maybe not even correct questions, but, and here, please pay attention, never correct their questions in the process of speaking. Never correct anything in the process of speaking. Remember these moments, write them down, but discuss them after. Because such variants of correction lead to the language barrier. Yeah. So let's go on. Guess the topic of the lesson. One variant. Another variant. My favorite one, alphabet. I do it twice a year, at the beginning of the year and at the end of the year. The main idea, I don't remember where I got this exercise. It was a task which I heard or saw somewhere. The main idea, what you do, you give your students a lot of categories. For example, the first category will be food. You must think of the word, of any word from this category. Let it be apple. And you put it next to apple. With one P, but okay. So here again, mistakes are not important. So now I cannot take this letter anymore. The next category I give you is, for example, colors. Something is wrong. 1, 2. Oh, colors. Okay. Let it be red. We write it here. So now we cannot use A or R anymore. For next categories, we take a different letter. So the faster you give them categories, the more fun you will have. Of course, categories will depend on the level of your students, and of course, they will not, almost never, they will not complete all the letters. That's impossible. You will get, for example, Z usually is empty, or Y, it's not the most popular letter, X the same. But that is not the issue. The main idea is to brush up, to make them remember, revise all these words that you have been studying for a year. If you do it at the end of the year, or to see what they remember in general from the previous courses. But the end of this exercise is not just completing their words, because there is no speaking. Yeah, where is warming up? Then at the end, they exchange these alphabets, exchange their words, and they must try to remember. Okay, you wrote here apple. Apple, what category it was? Probably food, or maybe fruit, or I don't remember. Here, let them do it as they want. The main idea is to discuss these categories. That is the exercise which I do like, and especially I like students' reaction when I give this task the first time, and usually I do it in the way like, okay, now let's try to remember something that you have studied already, and we'll start with alphabet. Usually the reaction is like, are you kidding? No, we will, but in a bit different way. So that is the exercise which students do like. Try it, and you don't need much to prepare. But I would strongly recommend writing down the categories for yourself, because in the process after the 15th category, that is pretty difficult to do it fast. But maybe it's just my problem. Okay, let's go on. Idioms. Look at the sentence. Idioms are an essential part of the language, and we do need to learn them, and that is one of the easiest variants. Of course, don't do it every single lesson, but it helps at least once a month or every 2 weeks. Look at the sentence. Read it. This girl, who's like a soap star in Australia, announced 6 weeks ago that she had a bun in the oven. What happened to a girl? Maybe some of you know this idiom, but what can it mean? At first, they can try to guess. In pairs, in groups, individually, you can ask some questions. Then, if still nothing helps, no, I will not give you just the answer. I will show you the picture. Look. Do you still have some doubts? Yeah, have a bun in the oven, it means to be pregnant. So that is a way to remember the idioms, and that is a way to work with them. One of many ways, and one of warming up activities. My favorite one is two truth and a lie. And there a joke from one of my students like, when my mom asks me today after the lesson, what have you learned? I will say, I have learned how to lie. Yeah, we are learning how to lie. The main idea, you guess 3 sentences. 2 sentences must be true, 1 must be a lie. You tell these sentences to your partner or to a group. In a group, it's funnier usually, and they must guess which is what. But of course, we are practicing not reading, so that's why they must ask you the questions about these sentences. For example, okay, I like dogs more than cats. My favorite country is Italy, and I do like swimming. Any questions? Motivate students to ask questions, because at first, if you do this exercise the first time, be ready to the fact that they will read the sentences, and then people will say, this is true, this is true, this is false. No, don't do like this. Motivate them to ask the questions. Like, yeah, you're asking me which pet are I have. I have a cat. You caught me. But it was too simple. Here, the main idea is to make students ask questions, to make students speak, not just lie. Another variant where students will have to guess, it's about famous people at a party. The beginning of every story is, I'd invite this person because, and students give some reasons. Because he's famous, because I like their film with this actor, or because my favorite book is written by this person. they must explain why to their partners why they like this person and why they would like to invite him or her to the party. The goal, yeah, to guess who it is. So that is a good exercise. Again, of course, it depends on the level. For very elementary students, it will not work. But from A2, it's already possible to start at least. The earlier you start, the better they will play it later. For today, that's it. So if you are interested in some more warming up activities or some more tips or exercises for different parts of the language, you are always welcome. Thank you for your attention, and remember that English is a way of life. Bye-bye.